Hi guys, good evening. Yesterday we have discussed in our previous class development of a new custom REST API which takes the input as a string and concatenates some value and returns some response by concatenating the string which we are passing. A quick walkthrough. A REST API will have a resource. The sample resource which I have taken is a bank, and each resource will be having multiple endpoints like create a bank. Let me show with respect to Oracle. This is a resource. This is a REST API which you are looking into. Each resource will be having a multiple endpoints. Each multiple will be having a this is an endpoint. Each multiple endpoints will be having a method and a path. Exactly right. The path will be same for all these things, only the method will be changing for the CRUD operations which perform. Like for creating, it's a post method. For reading, it will be get and get method. Whereas for update, it will be patch, and for delete, it will be delete. For yesterday's session, we can see we have developed a custom REST API. Let us have a single round of testing. Opening the integration which we have developed in our previous class. Here we can see that we can load some generate inputs, some random generate inputs which are generated by Oracle. If I press again, it will press it. Payload will be differentiated. It's 5090. Now it is going to change 51103. Now I am executing this with the help of sample payload. The output is hi, hello, this is computer generated message, name of the user is 5510. Okay, this is a thing, and it's as expected, but the thing is like now we have developed this custom REST API in OIC. Our main objective is we need to call it from the legacy system or the outside system. So because we have used the trigger points, before doing that, we are having some phases in case of once an integration has been developed. This is a draft phase. We need to bring it out from draft to configured, from configured to active. When we are trying to bring it from draft to configured, right, we need to add some business identifiers. Let me do it for you. Open the integration, global fault. Here we are having an option called identifier, business identifier. Here the max number of identifiers we can add to an integration is 3, 1, 2 and 3. So minimum is 1 for sure. Only when we add a minimum of 1 business identifier, we will be able to achieve, we can bring the status of an integration to configured. So this is the one which we are using as an input, like in the request payload we are using. I'm dropping it in over here, I'm saving it. Now when we come back, the status will be changed from draft to configured. Before it was draft, it's become configured. Let me do one thing. Now we are having an option to activate. So the status will be like draft, configured. From configured, we'll bring it to activate. I'm going to activate it. These are the different types of options we need to select. But the thing is like you need to when you would like to analyze the integration step by step with all the request payloads and the messages which you have sent, you should select a debug. These two will be discussing later. In a total we can we can have only 800 integrations active. Here it's clearly mentioned that you have already 792 integrations, so we are having still 8 more left. We can activate this integration. Integration has been submitted for activation. Please refresh to track the progress. Now it's activate. Now if you view, you would be able to see, not view, give me some time. If you see here, we are having published to API. we try to go for run. Here also we can test a sample one, like this template parameter or URI parameter which we have defined during our creation of the custom REST API. This is also the thing which we had added. This is all with respect to, this is standard. Hopefully I think this is all the standard configuration which we get. This is a method which we have used, but from here it's whatever we have defined. Like in general I have created a project, right? From this project we are having this Hello API integration. This is version number, and this is the relative path which I have defined during the development of that custom REST API in an integration by using the REST adapter. Here we are having the name of the user. This is a URI template. Here it's mentioned URI template. Okay. Let me test it with Rajiv and run it. See, here we got a greeting mentioning that greeting, hi, hello, this is a computer generated message, Rajiv. So here we can see the step-by-step analysis how the REST APIs has worked, the payloads, request payloads and all. Rajiv, see, this is a request payload which you had went, and mapping how it has been done, and all things will be we can see here in the further classes. While learning we can go through them once this is done. So we have tested it from the front end, but our main objective is not submitting this way. Our main objective is like we will be sharing this the URL which is being generated, and the client would be able to access this. Okay. Let me check for the URL where it's generated. Published to API gateway. No, this is not the path. View not run, configure activation. We come to here. No. If I click on that, I will be going to integration. We would like to know the property values. Will not contain any property values. Deactivate. Okay, here I think so. Endpoint metadata. Yes. Here we have the endpoint URL. So when we give this endpoint URL to the end user, right, he will make use of this endpoint URL and make use of this REST API. But before doing this, here we can observe that when we want to so for testing a REST API, we are having the thing called monkey, right? Not SOAP UI, that is not SOAP. Check for monkey. Second floor. Let me go for a quick one second, please. Postman is a tool which is used to test the REST APIs. SOAP UI is the tool which is used to test the SOAP services. Okay, I'm going to create a new one. We are having all the details over the integration which we have developed. We have used get method. So I'm making the URL paste over here, and we need to pass some authorization, right? We need to pass what kind of authorization will be passing here is the most important thing, because if we take with basic auth, right, and we are passing the OIC instance details, it will not work. It will work unless, see, here I took the basic auth. while submitting, and I pass some username which is having the access for this OIC instance. If I do this, if we submit the right username and password also, the response will be unauthorized. It is because, see, we have built this integration by using which connection? The connection which we have created for the REST API. But here we have defined this one as OAuth 2. If you have selected basic auth, then it might have worked. But here we have selected as OAuth 2.0. See, let me check. It's basic auth. I'm testing it. Once I click on test and save, it will show that hey brother, you have already used this connection in some other integration. Now you are trying to change the security policy. If you do that, we need to activate, like you need to first deactivate the integration and then come back. But Oracle implicitly given us an option that it will do itself, like it will only deactivate and reactivate it. So we are having save and reactivate. So initially the integration will be inactive integrations, then it becomes to activate state. Okay, see, now I'll show you. See, now it's working over here. Now the integration also active. When I try this way, now it works. When I pass the right credentials, right, the output will be coming as a greeting. Hey, hi, hello, Subhash, Rajiv here. We are having some things to configure, which moves to virus to project, virus, say hi, hello. Before doing that, let me check. View, not here. If I press run, endpoint metadata, at this point I would like to copy and paste in the SOAP UI. Some information has been found. During copying there is some mistake actually, hopefully, else this should not happen. See, we are having curly braces. During our copy and paste it's going differently, correct. Here we will be passing the user as Rajiv, and I will make this SOAP UI over here. So we are now submitting the custom REST API externally by using get method. We have used get method, hopefully, yes, get method. When we submit this with the